It's really early in the morning and we had to draw a lot today. I think I just need a little bit of coffee. Much better. Hi everybody, how are you? Good? Two things. First, it is really early in the morning. And second, I'm doing this early in the morning because what we're going to do today is something that it's a really good exercise to start your morning with. What we're going to be doing today is warming up, doing a lot of gesture drawings, using a lot of the exercises that we've seen from the tutorials that you saw yesterday that you can see is going to be linked up here. I'm going to have my screen split. On one side I'm going to have Photoshop and on the other side I'm going to use one of the websites that I showed you as reference for drawing. The first few drawings are going to be like 30 seconds long, no more than that. The second batch is going to be 1 minute long, and then the other ones are going to be a bit longer so we can just do a few more details. Now the fun thing about this is that actually I didn't warm up, so the first batch is going to be awful. And that's okay, that is something that should happen. Every morning when you start drawing, you're not going to be good, you're not going to be excellent, you always warm up. Always the first things that you draw when you start your day are awful, they always are awful. So this is what we're going to do, we're going to warm up, we're going to do some awful stuff, and we're going to get better as we progress, okay? Okay, so 30-second drawing, let's do this. Let's see how this goes. I'm super cold. Could be worse, I guess. Here's the ninja, posing. See, you have to try to just get the flow of the motion. Let's see if I can remember everything we saw on the last videos. What? That's it? Come on! This one, the little hand. Here's the tiny head. Here's the little tutu. Just looking up there. That's all I could get. So let's see, line of action. Come on, Kali. Come on, Kali. Her feet, her head is too big. This is I shouldn't be filming this. Oh, come on, this should be fun. This one should be good. Okay, let's do a small head, just in case. This one doesn't look too bad, right? At least the rhythm of the motion looks just about right. Ooh, super ninja guy. Come on, just 30 seconds, just 30 seconds. It's not that bad, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, actually. He's holding the swords. This one looks like she got out of the Matrix just recently. There, 2 pair of legs. Most of the models do. You see, with 30 seconds, you only just get time to do some doodly awful stuff like the one I'm doing. But it helps a lot. It doesn't look like it helps, but it actually does. Very hard to try to get the perspective right. But I think I'm doing it pretty okay. Oh, come on! Okay, so weird mess. Where did they get these pictures from? So weird girl in a weird mask out of a horror movie. And that's it. And more weird beard lady. See, this has to happen. You have to make a lot of these awful doodles that I'm making, so you can start making some good stuff. Oh, this Asian guy, the perspective is going to kill me. Okay, very small head, shoulders around here, motion, something like this, leg goes around here. What the hell is that? How is that even possible? I feel like I'm drawing weird circus people out of a horror movie. Okay, so the camera stopped. That means I spent 10 minutes doing 30-second poses. We're going to go now into 1-minute poses. Okay, so 1 minute. You see, now suddenly having a minute gives you a lot of time to get things right. And it's just 30 seconds more. Look at how important that is, to have just a bit more of time. I have so much time, I don't even know what to say now. Okay, another one. See, suddenly having 1 minute allows you to get a lot more detail in. And also, it allows you to watch better what you're trying to do, to observe better. These type of photos with a lot of perspective are really tricky, but they're a great exercise for trying to use all those shapes that we saw last week. They're actually really useful for that. Oh, this one is really good. Look at that pose. It's so clear, isn't it? That's samurai, and I know he's wearing this robe that doesn't allow us to look at the feet. It would be better if we could see the legs of this character, but still, it's so clear what the line is. Look at this line. That's amazing. It's pretty good. I love it. This one, the movement is pretty clear, but it could get hard to find the line of action. I mean, trying to see, because this line is super clear, and there's also these things that is going on with the leg. Okay, so here we have the weird, creepy, slender lady. Look at how defined the box of her rib cage. You can totally see that shape that we used to define the rib cage in this one, and you can also pretty much see the hips pretty well as well. This is the line of action. Okay, so let's exaggerate a bit. So she has this bun here. That goes here. See, you can start exaggerating as you start noticing the rhythms and shapes of the body. That doesn't look too bad, right? I like how these poses are really like comic book inspired. Like they're always holding a gun or posing like Spider-Man. I like that. We did 30-second poses, we did 1-minute poses, and now we're going to do 2-minute poses. So whatever is going to come, I'm going to be stuck with them. So, line of action is something like this. See, the more time you have, the more thoughtful you can be about the lines that you're using. You can take a bit more time to think about what you're going to be sketching. It is much more peaceful to be able to take just 2 minutes. And it's 2 minutes, it's not a long time, but when you compare it to 30 seconds, when you have just 1/4 of the time to do this, it's a really, really big difference. But to be able to go from really short time to just a bit more time, it's a great exercise and it helps a lot. I'm sorry I'm so quiet here making the 2-minute poses, but it's really, really relaxing. One of the good things about Photoshop is that if you can't fit the legs, you can simply shrink the image. It's not the best thing, but it is useful though. And to finish this, I'm going to make a 5-minute pose, okay? Just so you can see, you know, how much time you have when you take just 5 minutes to do a pose. I'm not liking any of the poses that are being offered to me. No. Let's do this one. Okay, the line of action in this one is like super, super clear. As usual, I'm running short with the legs. But that's because I like doing really long legs. And I'm also really bad at doing feet. I'm not going to work too much on the gun. Well, I'm not going to work on the gun at all. I don't care for the gun. We're not here to learn how to do guns. I don't actually know how to draw guns. Maybe you should do a how you can draw guns. Now, I don't want to get too much into the details of the clothing and all of that, but you can see that with 5 minutes, you can really polish your pose. That's actually all it takes, just 5 minutes. Too bad I can see her other arm. Now, if you get the chance and if you truly want, just go ahead and use the nude models. That is actually the best way to learn how to do the human figure and to, see the muscles and how they work. I'm using clothed people because this is YouTube, but you don't have to. Okay, so this is pretty good, right? For 5 minutes. You see the line of action that goes here all this way? That is what we were trying to convey. I think I did a good job. What do you think? So you saw what happened, right? I started this video, if you go back, I was just a sloppy mess and my hand was so cold and hard. I couldn't even do a nice curve, I couldn't do anything. But eventually, with just a little bit of practice and just half an hour of doing this, your hand is suddenly ready to do better things than the ones you were doing half an hour ago. And you'll always start this way in the morning. You'll always be sloppy and your hand will always be cold. And that's okay. This is important because sometimes when we start drawing and the first 5 things we do, we hate them and it's so disencouraging. But you don't have to think that you're just a bad artist. What you have to think is that maybe you just didn't warm up. So warm up every morning, that is the lesson. That is an order. Okay everyone, this is it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to be making an illustration based on what we learned this week. I don't know how I'm going to make a finished illustration about actually gesture drawing, because gesture drawing is the opposite of finished. But I'll figure something out. Well, if you like this video, subscribe. I think there's going to be a button here. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, it's also going to be a button around here. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed this a lot. Try to do this every morning, not an hour or 2 hours, maybe just half an hour. It's enough to get you started, okay? That is why this is so important. The next video is just 1 day away, so subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye!